Hi everybody, trademark attorney Josh Gerben here, and one of the biggest questions I get from clients is, how do I register my trademark internationally? And there are two ways to register your trademark internationally. One is through the Madrid Protocol, and the other is by hiring a local attorney in any individual country you would like rights, and having that local attorney filing the application for you. So the biggest myth we have to dispel is that there is a way to internationally register your trademark that's going to cover all the countries around the world. Each individual country is its own sovereign and requires its own trademark application. So regardless of how you apply for your trademark on an international scale, every individual country is going to review your application and approve it or refuse it based on their local register. The one exception here is the European Union, where there is one trademark called an European trademark that will cover all the EU countries. So let's go back to the two ways that you can actually make these filings. The first is through the Madrid Protocol. The Madrid Protocol is a system that was created amongst a lot of different countries that said, look, we understand it's burdensome to go and have to hire a local attorney to file a trademark application in each individual country. So we'll allow a standard application to be filled out by somebody and submitted without an attorney in the local country to any country that's a member of this treaty, essentially. And so what you can do is you file one application with an international organization called the World Intellectual Property Organization, or WIPO, and you check the box for each individual country that you would like rights. Then that application gets submitted to all those different countries for their own individual review. And as those individual countries do their reviews, they'll come back to you and they'll say, oh, your trademark's granted here, or nope, your trademark's refused here. And if there's ever a refusal of the trademark in a particular country, then you have to go hire a local counsel to deal with the refusal. In our experience, and this is extraordinarily anecdotal and not scientific by any means, but about 80% of the trademarks filed through the Madrid Protocol will just get accepted. And then there's about 20% that won't. So you definitely have a lot of cost savings by filing through the Madrid Protocol because we don't have to hire as many local counsel, but it's still not a silver bullet solution to just getting the trademark everywhere you want. There's still going to be pushback from certain countries, and you're still going to have to go hire local counsel sometimes to deal with that. So one of the major drawbacks of using the Madrid Protocol is that you have to base that international application through the protocol on an application or registration in your home country. So let's say you're a business in the United States and you filed your trademark in the US. It'll take 8 to 10 months at minimum for the trademark to go through the process here and get registered. But at the same time you say, you know what, I want to file my trademark in China, Australia, the EU, and I want to get these filings in now as well. So let's say we file the application through the Madrid Protocol for China, EU, Australia, and we've got the pending application here in the US. If for some reason the US government denies your US application and we cannot get it registered, that then causes the refusal of all of those other applications we filed around the world. So your Madrid Protocol application is highly dependent on your US application registering and staying registered. So because of this connection between your US application and the foreign applications, a lot of times it can be advantageous to just go and hire a local counsel in these countries to have them file the applications so that you're not tied to whatever happens in the US process. So if we do a clearance search for a client and we say, we know your US application is going to be a little risky, we do not want that US application being the basis of all these other international filings. So in that case, we'll go and we'll hire the attorney in Australia, in China, in the EU to make these filings individually. It may be a little bit more expensive, but now if something happens to the US trademark, we don't have to worry because these other jurisdictions, they're just going to review the trademark on its own merits and it's not going to be tied to the US application. Now you may say, well, Josh, that seems complicated. I have to go find an attorney in China we can trust, or Australia, or the EU, and all these different places. And that's true, it's tough. But that's why, if you hire someone like myself or you hire another good trademark attorney, we have relationships with these folks because we're constantly working in these jurisdictions. So if somebody comes to me and says, I need to file a trademark in Australia, I have 3 or 4 people that I've worked with for years that I trust inherently that we can have file your application and do so at a really reasonable rate because we've vetted them and we have preferred rates sometimes with these local counsel. So I hope you found this video helpful. Remember, there is not one way to internationally register your trademark. We have to go into each individual country, with the exception of the EU, and acquire rights. And this can be done in two ways. One, through the Madrid Protocol, and two, through filing with local counsel in each individual country. Of course, if you have any further questions about your trademark or your situation, please feel free to drop me an email, give me a call, get in touch through LinkedIn, however you prefer. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you soon.